Hi, welcome to another Cold Fusion video. So I'm sure if you've been subscribed to this channel, you've heard a lot about Elon Musk. He's the guy who seems to just have arrived from another planet to casually disrupt the world, one industry at a time. Many see him as one of the great industrial minds of the 21st century, the engineer's engineer. Even if you haven't heard of him, chances are you've still seen his influence. You know that movie Iron Man? As it turns out, Musk provided a large amount of inspiration for the Hollywood character Tony Stark. In fact, parts of Iron Man 2 were actually filmed inside and outside of SpaceX, Elon Musk's private rocket company. Musk even made a cameo in the film. You may have also heard of the Tesla Model S. It's a fully electric car project spearheaded by Musk and was awarded 5.4 out of 5 from the National Highway Safety Administration, the highest rating ever given to an automobile. This all comes after co-founding a payment system that you may have heard of, PayPal. Coincidentally, PayPal was the very same company that used to employ the founders of YouTube. So who is Elon Musk really? How did he achieve all of these things? And what's the story behind him? In this video, we'll find out. Let's get straight into it.
We have this handy fusion reactor in the sky called the sun. Okay? You don't have to do anything. It just works. Shows up every day and produces ridiculous amounts of power. Okay? Now, a lot of people aren't clear on how much surface area is needed to generate enough power to completely get the United States off of fossil fuels. Most people have no idea. They think that it must be some huge amount of area, like maybe you need these satellites in space and like space solar power. If anyone should be in favor of space solar power, it should be me. But this is completely unnecessary because actually very little land is needed to get rid of all fossil fuel electricity generation in the United States. That blue square there is the land area that's needed to transition the United States to a zero carbon electricity situation. It's really not much. And most of that area is going to be in rooftops. So you won't need to disturb land, you won't need to find new areas. It's mostly just going to be on the roofs of existing homes and buildings. So I really think that image is an important one to bear in mind when people are thinking about solar power. Like, how much will it take? Is it going to take some enormous amount? No, it's just that blue square. Okay. Blue square. Now, the obvious problem with solar power is that the sun does not shine at night. So I think most people are aware of this. So this problem needs to be solved. We need to store the energy that is generated during the day so that you can use it at night. And also, even during the day, the energy generation varies. There's a lot more energy generated in the middle of the day than at dawn or dusk. So it's very important to smooth out that energy generation and retain enough so that you can use it at night. So, now what you may not have noticed in that earlier slide where I showed the blue square was that there was one red pixel. Okay, in the blue square was a red pixel. Now it's zoomed in so you can see that red pixel. That is the size of the batteries needed to transition all of the United States to being solar with batteries. Okay, it is a very tiny amount. Okay, 1 pixel. Just remember that. 1 pixel is the size of the batteries needed for the United States to have no fossil fuel generated electricity. This is no room at all.
All of humanity just won a really important victory in our battle to lower the CO2 emissions that are causing climate change. Tesla CEO Elon Musk introduced the world to the Powerwall, a wall-mounted battery for your house, which aims to accelerate our transition to clean solar and wind power. Before the Powerwall, there was no way to store the energy generated from the panels that capture sunlight on our roofs. So during the day, they could give you the power you needed, but at night, you had to rely on the grid, which gets most of its electricity from coal, natural gas, and nuclear reactors. There had been some early home batteries out there, but nothing that was nearly this affordable. But Tesla, which has built thousands of large lithium-ion battery packs for its growing electric car business, was able to produce a similar battery for buildings at a scale that dropped the production costs dramatically. The lowest capacity model will cost just $3,000. And this is the first generation of the product, before Tesla's even completed building its massive new Gigafactory, or any real competitors have entered the market. Events that will surely push the price down even further while increasing the energy storage capacity of the Powerwall. Here's how it works. When the sun is out, solar panels will power your house and charge the Powerwall at the same time. And when the sun goes down, this charged battery will kick in to meet most or all of your electricity needs until the sun comes back up again the next morning. This is game-changing. More and more people will go completely off-grid. Every building, whether it's a home, office, business, warehouse, factory, they can all install solar panels and some Powerwalls and instantly see their fossil fuel-generated electricity needs drop significantly. Not every building will be able to go completely solar powered, but most will get pretty close, especially as our appliances and other electronics become more and more energy efficient.
So Glenn, thank you very much for letting us come to your house. This is very exciting. So you have a Powerwall battery. That's basically, because that's the thing, you can walk past this and not even notice it. No. But that is a battery then?
Yes.
And then that's connected to your, so you've got solar panels on your roof?
Solar PV, yes, on the back of the house.
Right.
Link down this cable here into a little box of tricks and then into there.
Yeah. And then, so have you now noticed a difference?
Massively.
Oh right,
yes.
it has.
We're barely drawing any electricity in from the grid these days.
Wow.
4 or 5% a day.
4 or 5% from the grid.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, because we are in the middle of summer, so it will vary.
Yeah.
Over so how long have you had it? How long have you had the whole
for
system?
3 months.
Right. So you've had time to see the difference.
Yeah.
And did you have the solar before?
No, it was all installed.
So it was all installed
package.
in one go. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, because me and my partner we work. That we was going to obviously produce an electricity while we was out of work.
Yeah.
And this is a way to store that energy so that in the evenings you can use your free energy.
Right. I'm fascinated with how automatic that is. I mean, how much control of that you have to do. But you
don't have to have any control.
Right,
no, it's all done. It's all controlled itself with.
So during the day, then the solar panels charge this battery up, and then you come in. But I mean, you don't need to switch anything.
No,
it's absolutely
that's
seamless.
It. Yeah, it's seamless. And there's a little app you can get, and you can see what percentage of electricity you're using.
So Glenn, this is the app that you use then to see what's. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. I'm just taking it all in now.
Yeah, so it's all the information of your whole house, what production it's using, what your panels are using, state of the battery, the Tesla Powerwall, and what you're exporting into the grid.
Right.
And that changes
constantly. That's going right. So at the moment, the panels are producing 1.69 kilowatts, which are all going into the house, which is only consuming 2.27.
Yeah.
So 1.43 going into the grid. Battery is at 96%.
Not using any battery because obviously it's coming direct from the panels. The production there.
You just had a text.
Just a text message there, look, from my dad.
From your dad. Perfect timing. Thanks, Dad. Couldn't have timed that better.
And it gives you, this is on a day, so self-consumption is 48%.
Oh, so it's 48% from the panels, so you've consumed that much in the house.
And I've exported 52%.
Wow.
Produced 12.36 kilowatts in a day.
Kilowatt hours.
Kilowatt hours, yeah.
But then this is your consumption. Is this for today?
Yeah.
So you've consumed 3% of your electricity from the grid. Isn't that absolutely extraordinary? It's such a tiny percentage.
Yeah.
So it's a real big change. That's the thing that's very obvious. And then there's the graph that's at the bottom.
So that's your production. The green is production, and the self-consumption.
The self-consumption meaning from the battery.
Yeah.
Which has done a few spikes today then.
Yeah.
But none. There's I'm looking for a bit of red. There's a bit of red over tiny. I think there's a tiny red line overnight.
Possibly, yeah.
Tiny bit, but I mean it's fractional. It's 3%. Yeah. So you've used 0.21 kilowatt hours from the grid in a day. That is incredible.
Happy with that?
Incredible. Isn't that amazing? Yeah.